Hello everyone, Spit here, back in with another, hold on, this is not another contest concept video. This is the first Marvel Rivals concept, and I don't know how often I'm going to be making these, but, definitely I'm very excited for Marvel Rivals, and I have a lot of ideas of who they can add, who they should add, what abilities they could have, so yeah. Don't know how frequently I'm going to make these Rivals concept videos, but I'm going to try and make them in order of like Duelist, tank, support. So yeah, that's the plan, and we're starting off with a Ghost Rider concept. So Ghost Rider is a Duelist, of course, and I plan to make him kind of like Roadhog mixed with McCree mixed with Reaper. I think that would be cool, especially with like his chain. It only made sense, but getting on to his primary fire, he has the Hell's Chain, which is basically just like a melee long range ability that he sweeps back and forth, dealing damage to all enemies that are hit. And he also lights them on fire, so they are also afflicted with a burning debuff, dealing X damage over X seconds. And this is going to be very important for his penance there. So you really want to be lighting the opponent on fire, which we'll get into with his abilities. But yeah, that's his primary fire, and of course it's a melee attack. His secondary fire is his Hellburst shotgun. So I thought it'd be cool to give Ghost Rider a shotgun, which he imbues with the powers of Zarathos, allow it to shoot a spread of burning bullets. Each bullet deals X damage, and they also light the opponent on fire, dealing X damage over X seconds. And the Hellburst shotguns do not work as like ammunition. It's more of like a charge mechanic. So each charge refills every X seconds, and there's a max of 4 charges. So spend it sparingly. He's mostly a melee character, but he does have the ability to output a lot of range damage, especially with his shotgun. So he's definitely more so a close range character. But here is the first ability. This is his Roadhog hook. Ghost Rider sends out his chain X meters forward and makes contact with the opponent. He reels them in and deals X damage to them. This will also stun the character while they're being reeled in. So pretty much works just like the Roadhog hook. So yeah, if I had to compare it to anything, it's the Roadhog hook. The ability 2 is his Pen Stare. I wanted to make his Pen Stare his ultimate ability, but I think it works better right here. It's basically a finishing type ability, and it's something you want to use while the opponent is very close to you and they're on fire. So what better to do than to shoot the opponent and hook them in, or hook them in, shoot them, and then Pen Stare? Because yeah, this Pen Stare ability is a stun that stuns them for X seconds, and if they are burning, the Pen Stare deals 100 damage. So yeah, this allows for Ghost Rider to have a couple one-shots, but it's not as OP as Roadhog. It definitely, he is a much squishier character, and this would take the combination of a lot of abilities. So it's definitely a lot for a one-shot, which I think it's worth it without being too overpowered. And yeah, so essentially his standard rotation is either shoot them, hook them in, Pen Stare, or hook them in, shoot them, Pen Stare. Any combination of a hook, a shoot, and the Pen Stare. And then ability 3, Ring of Fire. So my brother actually gave me this idea when I was coming up with a Ghost Rider concept. He said, does anyone have like a wall ability? And I was like, yes, only Groot though. He's like, give him like a firewall to like force the 1v1. And I really love the idea. So you got ability 3, which is Ring of Hellfire. Ghost Rider summons a ring of hellfire around them, creating a large circle which burns enemies who cross it. Ring of Hellfire lasts X seconds. So I thought this was really cool. There's really no ability in Marvel Rivals like it, so it would definitely be very, very unique. And I'm assuming once they cross get lit or burned by the wall of Hellfire, they are inflicted with burn. I forgot to write that, but just to note, the wall would also light them on fire, so they would be perfect for Pen Staring. And he has a passive, Will of Zarathos. When an opponent, Ghost Rider, has dealt damage to dies, Ghost Rider receives a burst of regen, regenerating X health over X seconds. I decided to, originally I was like, okay, he just receives a burst of flat regen, so he receives it instantly, but I figured that's a little too much. I feel like it'd be very annoying to be trying to defeat a Ghost Rider and all of a sudden he just gains back like 100, 200 health based on just random opponents dying. So I feel like regen would be more manageable to if you were to dive him, where it's like, yeah, he could get out of it, but it's not guaranteed. And he has a team up ability, Vanquishing Evil, with Moon Knight and Punisher. So Ghost Rider allows Moon Knight and Punisher to receive a burst of regen, regenerating X health over X seconds when they deal the final blow to an enemy. So this will just last for a couple seconds, and essentially this could just keep them topped up. Especially if you don't really have any supports on the team. Just running Ghost Rider with like Moon Knight and Punisher, those three characters could be set as long as they're getting kills. And the ultimate is his motorcycle. So I thought this was a really cool, unique ultimate. So Ghost Rider summons his motorcycle, which has X HP and lasts for X seconds. While on his motorcycle, Ghost Rider is extra faster, of course, and he can ram into enemies, dealing X damage and knock them back. He also becomes CC immune and can ride on walls. So could you imagine you're just like playing a game and just around a corner you just see a giant flaming motorcycle on the wall and comes in, just fucking like knocks you back or kills you? That'd be pretty cool. He can of course like shoot for the motorcycle or access all of his abilities on the motorcycle. I forgot to write that down. Excuse me, this is my first concept, so it's a very different game than Contest. But yeah, I'm gonna try to incorporate as much as I can into these kits, because with a first person with a shooter hero game in general, obviously things can be more complex and stuff like that. And I'm going to be learning as I go with these concepts. But yeah, that's a Ghost Rider. Also one thing I want to know about his ult is, I made him CC immune just because I feel like he would be a very big target on his bike, but his bike has HP, so if you focus the bike, he basically loses his ult, so it creates a little bit of counterplay to it. But yeah, now that is Ghost Rider. That's how I would implement him into Marvel Rivals, and I think it'd be very cool to a lot of his ability, especially I really love the motorcycle, being able to ride on walls. I think that's very cool. And the Ring of Fire, I really do like. It's very unique. But yeah, let me know what you would do for Ghost Rider, and if there are any other characters you want to see me create Rivals concepts for. Definitely, I chose Ghost Rider just because I had the clearest vision for him, and because he is one of the most requested characters for Marvel Rivals to put in the game. And I think there's a very high likely chance that he will get added sooner rather than later. But yep, that's all for today. Goodbye.